Hello, my name is Brian O'Connor, and in this demonstration we're going to have a look at how we install the ESXi 6.7 operating system. What I've done is I've booted up my ESXi host from the installation media, and as you can see we're now sitting at the welcome to the installation screen. First thing we're going to do at this point here is we're just going to come in, we're just going to hit the enter key just to continue. That brings us into the license agreement, which I'm sure that everybody reads, so we'll assume I've read it and we'll hit the F11 key. As we can see, it's now scanning for any available devices that are available for us to install the ESXi operating system. I've set up this machine so it's only got one hard disk, so what we're going to do at this point here is we're going to install the operating system onto the hard disk that's available. But at the bottom you can see we've got options to just come out of this. We can hit the F1 key to get some details, or if I add any additional disks we can hit the F5 key just to do a refresh. However, at this point here we're happy with the installation location, so we'll hit the enter key. It's now going to ask us for the keyboard. As you can probably tell by the accent, I'm based in the UK, so what we'll do, scroll this down, highlight United Kingdom, hit our enter key, and now what we need to do is we do need to put in a root password and also as well confirm that root password. This is mandatory and it must be complex, so that's uppercase, lowercase, alphanumerics and numbers. So what I'll do at this point here is I'll just enter in the password I'm going to use. And then what we'll do is we'll just confirm the password. What's quite nice in this utility, as we can see, passwords do match, so at this point here I can hit the enter key. Just scanning through the system, we're happy with where we're going to install the operating system, so at this point here we'll just hit the F11 key. And as you can see, we're now installing the ESXi operating system. Now this will just take a couple of minutes just to install, so at this point here, rather than watch the installation go through, we'll just pause the presentation and return back once the installation is complete. So what we can see at this point here, installation is now complete, so all we'll do is we'll remove the media, and then what we'll do is reboot the server by hitting the enter key. So the server is now going to shut down and reboot. Again, this will just take a little few seconds just for this to complete. So at this point again, what we'll do, we'll just pause the presentation and return back after the reboot is complete. So as we can see, we're now going through the initial boot, so what we'll do again is we'll just pause this and return back once the boot is complete. Our ESXi host is now booted up, so what we need to do is just do a little bit of post-installation configuration. So what we'll do at this point here, just hit the F2 key, specify my root username, specify the password, hit the enter key. This brings me into a component called the DCUI, or the Direct Console User Interface. So as we can see at this point here, my password is set. If we move down, we have the Configure Management Network, so this would be the thing that we would connect to if we were connecting from our host client. And as you can see at this point here, I'm getting my IP address currently from a DHCP server. If this was out there in production, I'd be setting this with a static IP address. But what we can do, we can configure the network adapter we're connected to for the management network. We can also as well specify VLAN ID. We can specify our IP version 4 and IP version 6 configuration information. We can specify our DNS information, so we can specify our DNS server. And what we can also do as well is we can specify any custom DNS suffixes. So this would be our DNS domain. We also have the ability to restart the management network. So if we do make any changes, we may wish to actually restart this network. We can test the management network, so this will send out a few pings just to ensure that we are on the correct physical network, and we will reply to those pings. We can restore the network back to default options. We can change our keyboard configuration. We have the ability to come into troubleshooting options, so we can enable the command line interface and also as well turn on SSH for remote connection. We can view all the system logs associated with the ESXi operating system. We can view support information which may be asked by VMware's technical support, and if we really want to, we can put everything back to factory defaults. And that's the end of this demonstration of installing the ESXi operating system. Thank you.